Is it working? Hi, everybody. Hi. I hope this is working because this is the first time I've done this. Hi, Sean. Hi, Angela. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Pat. Hi, Anna. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Vaughn. Hey, Helen. Hi, Judy. Hi, Gaynor. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Christine. Somebody tell me that you can see me. I've got my coffee in my Feeling Foxy mug. Hope you can all see that. Hi, Bronte. Hi, Nana. Hi, Alex. Hi, Andy. So welcome to my first live stream. Wow. Well, I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a good week, and I hope you're all not feeling too lonely and isolated. I've had a busy day. Oh, wow. We've got loads of you. Hi. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, you can all see me. That's brilliant. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sally. Hi, Danny. Oh, wow. Well, I'm all set up in my sewing room, and yeah, I've got loads to talk to you about, actually, loads to tell you. I'm going to be sewing this tonight, the Ultimate Trousers, and what I've done is I've actually adapted the pattern. I think Lisa Comfort did a tutorial on how to raise the waist and make it high-waisted, so I've done that over the last few days, played about with the pattern. Here it is. You can see my scribblings there, and I think I mentioned before that I wanted to make another pair out of the Savannah, this gorgeous print here. And yeah, basically what I decided was that rather than cutting into that straight away, I'd do a 12 first. So at the beginning of the year, I think I've cut it up now, I bought this from Walton's, which is a cotton sateen in like a, I think I showed you this in one of my vlogs. It's like a blue with little white diamonds on, and I've cut it all up, but I actually made a bit of a boo-boo when I washed it, because I washed it with something pink, and yeah, it sort of leaked a little bit. So I thought, well, I'll use it as a toile before I cut into this, and yeah, see how it goes. So so I've cut them all out, I've prepared all my fabric pieces, and yeah, we're ready to go, really. So let me just catch up with you all. Oh, hi, Amanda. Who else? Churn Dash. Hello, Rachel. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Tigressa. Hi, Lorianne. Oh, my word. You're watching all the lives at the moment, Lorianne, aren't you? Because yeah, is anybody watching Lisa Comfort on Sew Over It? She's doing a live stream every afternoon at the minute, and I've actually been able to sort of have it on in the background the last couple of days because I've been working from home, which has been really nice. So it's been nice to sort of watch that. So that's been good. Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing this at the minute, and I'm really loving it because obviously, you know, a lot of us, well, most of us are stuck at home, aren't we? Unless we're at work. Yeah, if we're key workers. But yeah, I'm sort of a bit up and down at the minute. Earlier on in the week, I am actually physically at work, and then later on in the week, I am trying to work from home, but it's not always successful. It wasn't yesterday. I needed to go in. So anyway, back in my happy place, in my little sewing cave, and yeah, we're going to get on with this. So let me try and catch up. Hi, Rachel. Are those trousers true to size? That's from Carol. Carol, yes, they the Ultimate Trousers, yes, they are. I've not had to, well, the only thing I've had to alter on them for me is just the length, to be honest. I've not had to alter the rise or the crotch curve or anything. I tend to find Sew Over It patterns tend to be quite generous fitting. I think the Cobra Corsage ones that I did just over a week ago were, I think I cut out size 14. That's a UK 14, and they're fine when I first put them on, but as I'm wearing them, they do bag out a little bit during the day. So these ones I've cut out a 12, which I'm not a UK 12 on my bottom half at the minute. I am definitely a 14. So so yeah, I think they're quite a generous fit. I do think I probably need to do a full butt adjustment on these, but I've not done one of those before, and I haven't done it on this pattern, but with me raising the waistline and making it high-waisted, I think it'll probably work, but we'll see how it goes. Gosh, there's so much chatter. I'm not going to get any sewing done, am I? Because I'm just going to be chatting to you all. Wendy, hi. Andy, are you making the ultimate trousers too? Hi, Heidi. I hope you're feeling better. Heidi is Bronte's friend, and they've both been unwell, but I think they're both on the mend. Christopher, you're studying. Hi. Oh wow, I've just seen Lisa's here from Spain. Hi Lisa, hope you're coping in sunny Spain, or is it not so sunny? Hi Silverback Crafts. Andy, you're using the same fabric. Is that the Savannah, Andy? What else have I got to tell you? I have done some sewing today as well. I have made some more Hudson pants. So this is a French terry that I've had in my stash for a while, actually. I think I bought it last year and I can't remember where I got it. And I decided I was going to make the cropped versions. So yeah, in between working and talking to patients today, I managed to get these sewn up this afternoon. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with these. I haven't tried them on yet, but I've actually gone down a size because the ones that I made last weekend, the rainbow sided ones, they are bagging out a lot actually after I've worn them, and so I thought I'd need them a little bit more fitted. So I've gone down a size, but yeah, I've got these made up this afternoon. So aren't they cool? So yeah, what else? Hi Lynn, hi Deborah. Kathy, you're watching from work. Hi Kathy, don't work too hard and stay safe. Daisy May, hi Daisy, I hope you're well. Hi Heather. Wow, you're all over the world. That's amazing. Hi Laurie. Lisa says it's very sunny after days of rain. We're supposed to be having some sunshine on Sunday, aren't we? So that's going to be nice because it's been very cold up in here, up in Yorkshire this week. Hi Anessa, hi Dawn. Andy says you might have influenced me a little. I don't know what you're talking about, Andy. I don't influence anybody. Elaine, we've been making another Easter dress like last year. Love the one you made last year. Gosh, what did I make last year? I can't remember. I've made that much. I don't know, to be honest, because obviously Easter's sort of cancelled a bit this year, isn't it? Because my nose is really red and I don't know why. I think it might be from wearing my glasses. I've got my glasses because I need these on to sew. Bronte says, make me some, please. Is that the trousers? You've no chance. Nia, hi Nia, pointing and sniggering. That's fine. Fellow NHS worker, yeah. Hi Vicky, love all your fabric. Yeah, there's a fair bit. It really needs a big sort out. It's a bit of a mess back there at the minute. Hi Jackie, good morning. I'm sitting up in bed with my cuppa. I'm in New Zealand. Oh, morning Jackie. Let's have a look. Daisy, any updates on the Sewing Bee application? No, I've not heard a thing yet, but talking about the Sewing Bee, it starts next week, doesn't it, in the UK? I'm really looking forward to it. Is it the 7th, I think? And look what came. Yeah, I've got the book from Amazon and it came yesterday, and I've not had a real good look at it yet, but it's written by Alexandra Bruce and Caroline, I can't pronounce her surname, I think it's Axelson. Alexandra Bruce does have a YouTube channel. She used to be called So Happy. I used to watch it actually, and then she's not done any vlogs for a long time, but she's just done a couple actually recently, including a look at this. And yeah, this came yesterday, and actually I mean, as I say, I've only had a quick flick through, but some of the patterns in here are actually quite nice. So I don't know if these, I'm presuming these are some of the ones that the contestants will be making, but I don't know for definite, because, well, I don't know, because we've not seen it yet. I mean, previously, when we've had the Sewing Bee, the books has always come out after the series, hasn't it? And then this time it's beforehand, which is a bit strange, but they didn't do one last year. And I was a bit disappointed because we all loved that coat, didn't we? That, what's his name? Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Somebody remind me of his name. The Italian guy. I want to call him Ralph, and it's not Ralph. I can't remember his name, but anyway, he made an amazing 60s coat, didn't he? And I got the pattern actually from JJ from Camden Stitch, and yeah, basically, I thought they would release a book after that, but they didn't. So, but yeah, there's some really nice patterns in here. I love this jumpsuit. There's a jumpsuit that I think is gorgeous, but I need to lose some weight before I make that. I really like that. That's lovely. And there's a wiggle dress. And what I really like about it is this wiggle dress is modelled by somebody who's not stick thin. And that's really refreshing to see. I mean, look at her figure. Isn't it amazing? She looks amazing in that dress. So, Lorianne, you've got the book, have you? Wow. Oh, you've ordered it anyway. Yeah, it's... let me just show, and that's her from the front. So that wiggle dress, she just looks amazing in it, doesn't she? So it's really nice to see something like that. Yeah. So anyway, I am going to probably do a review of this at some point, but like I did with the named book, for those of you that watch my channel and have seen, saw my review of the named breaking the pattern. I will wait till I've made something up before I review it. But yeah, oh, and I got some fabrics today. That's not like me, is it, buying fabrics? But let me show you. If I was watching Sian's live stream last Sunday, and somebody mentioned, I can't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned that Material Girl Laura had a discount code. I think everybody was talking about who was doing discounts off patterns and fabrics and all that kind of thing. And yeah, somebody mentioned Material Girl Laura. So I immediately went on and had a look what she'd got, and they've come today. And I don't know where I put them. Oh, here we go. So I thought you might like to see. So the first one I got is this stripy stuff, which is, I think this is a French terry. Yeah, it is. So it's navy with an off-white stripe. So that's fine. I've got a couple of meters of that. I bought this one and I couldn't even remember ordering this, and I only ordered it last week. So this is a cotton sateen as well. Yeah, so I really like that. I think I got a couple of meters of this, and again I thought ultimate trousers, because I just want to make loads of ultimate trousers at the minute. And then the other one, yes, flamingos. Oh, they're upside down. Hang on, right way up. Flamingos. This is a jersey, so it's got to be a top, hasn't it? I love flamingos. Ricardo, thank you, Martin. Yes, Ricardo. It's not Ralph at all, is it? Ricardo made the coat. It was amazing, that coat. Yeah, so flamingos. Right, so they're my three fabrics just to add to the collection. Right, we better get on with some sewing, hadn't we? Because yeah, otherwise I'm not going to get anything done, am I? Anyway, I'm talking so much, I need just to have a little drink. Right, okay, let me just catch up. Danny, you're making some Hudson's at the moment. Wow, what fabric are you using, Danny? Jane says hi, Lorianne. Kim, hello from Guernsey. Hi, Kim. Churn Dash, what is a wiggle dress? Well, essentially it's just a very fitted dress that sort of really tapers in around the knee, so that you can't obviously walk with, how do I put this without sounding inappropriate? You can't take big steps when you're walking as a woman, so you can only take little steps because of how tapered it is around your knees. So it makes your hips wiggle, I guess. That's where it comes from, I think. Paula, this is so funny, Rachel, you just brightened my evening. Oh wow, it was me, Rematerial. Oh hi, yeah, Danny, it's all your fault then. It's your fault that I bought that fabric. Okay, Heather, hi Heather. Right, okay, Noella, hi Rachel, I've just joined. I've had a late dinner, I've had to work at the hospital today. Oh, I hope you've been keeping safe and you've got plenty of PPE, because that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Right, okay, Danny, I've ordered some more from Material Girl Order today. What have you ordered, Danny? Christopher, like the stripe on that fabric. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Churn Dash, love the flamingos. Gainer, cute fabrics. Angela, love the flamingo. Yeah, I love flamingos. Yeah, flamingos. Look, I'll show you my flamingo. Martin bought me this. This was on our bed until obviously we redecorated our room earlier this year, and so now it doesn't really go in a white bedroom, so it's in here in my sewing room. You're going to get to see all sorts that I just don't show on my vlog, aren't you? Okay, Anna, you answered my question. My fabric has not yet arrived from Material Girl Laura. I keep checking the mailman when he arrives, but no fabric. Boohoo. Don't worry, Anna, I'm sure it'll turn up. I mean, this only came today. And talking of fabric that goes missing, I ordered some fabric, and this is totally Sian's mum's fault, Jane. Well, I suppose it's Sian's fault as well. But yeah, I ordered some fabric from M. Rosenberg and Son about 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow, I think it is. It's some parrot linen and some other leafy fabric, and it's gone missing. It's not arrived. And to be fair, they've been amazing. They've been really good. But it went to Chigwell, which is in Essex, in the south of the UK. For those of you that don't know, it went to Chigwell sorting office, and then it has just remained there. And even, well, yesterday I rung my own sorting office to see if it was here, but it wasn't. And they looked online and said it's now moved to Chelmsford. So I don't know what they're playing at down there. But yeah, bless them. Jenny Rosenberg, I presume she's one of the owners. She's been onto it and she's going to sort it and send it back to me. So I still haven't got that fabric, and it's been 2 weeks now. And they sent it signed for as well. So never mind. It's not like I don't have any other fabric to be getting on with, is it? So, okay. Hi, Julie. Hi, Janice. Hope you're well. Oh, Julie, you're just down the road from us in Epworth. Oh, it's lovely in Epworth, isn't it? We used to go to the Red Lion in Epworth. I bet it's shut at the minute, though. Catherine, love that you can't remember what you ordered a week. I know that's really bad, isn't it? Judy, Rachel, I've just made an Amazon purchase. Oops, is that my fault? Debbie, hi, Debbie. Hi, Denise. Hi, Louise. Hi, Lorraine. Oh, flamingo, yeah. All right, Danny, you ordered the leopard print chambray with the... Oh, yes, I know which one you mean. Yeah, it's lovely, that, isn't it? The women in curlers jersey. Yeah, I've seen that one. And the new zebra print jersey in olive green. I don't think I've seen that one. Christopher Armstead, do you have any silk fabric? Yes, I do. I don't have a lot, but I got some from Ray Stitch, actually, a couple of weeks ago. In fact, it's still here, look. So I think I've shown this before, but I got, these are bamboo silk, organic bamboo silk. Yeah, and I got 2 to make some Ogden camis with. So I got this one, which is like, gosh, that looks awful on screen, doesn't it? It's not very nice. I mean, yeah, I've got the light on here anyway because it's getting dark now. But yeah, it's like a grey colour, but it's nice. It's lovely fabric. And the other one is this green. So yeah, they're going to be Ogden camis. So I've got those silks, and I do have some more, but as to where it is anybody's guess at the minute. It's Mum's fault. Well, it's yours as well, Shan. I'm sorry. Churn dashed, my son has a flamingo hat. He's a photo taken with some drag queens on their day off. It's a fabulously pink. Excellent. Bronte, put him on your chair. Which chair? I can't put him on this chair because I'm sat on it now, aren't I? Eileen, I love the flamingo. Truly made me lol. Yeah. Noella, I hope you finally get your lovely fabric. As for PPE, I'm in maternity, so okay so far. Oh, bless you. Janice, I used to go to Epworth when I lived in sunny Scunny. Wow, okay. Lorraine, wow, you have more people following you today than Lisa Comfort. God, oh wow. Oh, I do like Lisa though. I really do. I think, do you know what? I think her personality is really shining through more on her lives than it does on her you know, her recorded videos. It's been really nice to see her actually. You know, and I know that they're, as a small business, I bet they're really, you know, slightly anxious at the minute, shall we say. Okay. Danny says the zebra only went online today. That's probably why I've not seen it then, because I'm always browsing fabric sites. Denby says I ordered yarn today from Wool Warehouse, so hoping that won't take too long to arrive as I have plans. What plans have you got for it? Anna says, I bought my son a huge flamingo when he was little. When things settled down with decorating, I might put him in my sewing area. The flamingo, not my son. Well, you don't want your son in there. Judy, yes, I'll need to discuss GBSB when we're running. Yeah, I should have gone for a run today and I haven't had the chance with work. I just couldn't fit it in. So I'm going to go in the morning. Eileen, hi Rachel, loving this. I'm really pleased. Jane Tyler, do you know of any fabric stores that to deliver to the US? There's quite a few. I think a lot of the independents do. I'm sure Sew Me Sunshine does. Stitchy Bee does, definitely. I'm sure the guys on here will be able to chip in and tell you of other fabric stores that will ship to the US. Elaine, no chance of remembering the Easter dress if you can't remember the fabric you ordered last week. I know. I'm just rubbish, aren't I? Joanne, hi Rachel, this is fab. You have to do this again. Oh, Denby says, well, I laughed out loud at the Lisa Comfort comment, Lauren. I missed that because you're all just writing so much. I can't keep up with it. Zoe, please do this every week, Rachel. Oh, wow. Bronte Miller, in your bedroom, on the chair or in the corner on your drawers? Well, I suppose, yeah, I've got a pink chair in my bedroom, so I suppose the flamingo could go in there, couldn't it? Yvonne, how's the kitchen? Yeah, it's getting there. We're just about at the point where we can paint the walls now. But I think, as I've mentioned before, we are stuck because the worktops we're getting are bespoke worktops, which means we need a company to, well, the company has been instructed to come out and do a template of where they're going to go, etc. And they're now shut. So until they've done that and the worktops are fitted, we can't progress. So we're a bit stuck. So, but you know, we've got a dishwasher in, we've got a sink and taps in, and obviously we've got a cooker. So, you know, it's fine, it's livable. But it's just going to take longer than we originally anticipated. But thank you for asking. D. Kelsey says, I live in Chelmsford, but if I collected your parcel, don't suppose it would help. Oh, I think she must be replying to something that I've missed. I'm sorry. Paula says, you are loved, Rachel. Please do this again. Oh, bless you. Jackie Wilkinson says, Satisfaction does. Oh, yeah, I like Satisfaction. They do some lovely fabric, don't they? Anessa, my internet was down all morning, so I'm so happy it came back up in time for this. Eleanor says, hi, no running here either today, planning on an early one tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably be up early as well. Jill, hi, Rachel from Toronto. Hi, Jill. Lorianne, Guthrie and Garnish, stitched up. That's me, isn't it? I don't sell fabric, although I've got plenty, haven't I? Satisfaction, so Miss Sunshine still do. Christine Martin, I would have thought that Minerva would deliver to, yeah, I think they do actually. Sarah, hi, Rachel, just wondered how your knitting is going. The little lacy jumper. Yeah, it's going quite well, actually. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be because it looks so complicated. But you have to section out each section. And I have actually filmed a bit of this for my vlog that'll be coming out at the weekend. But you have to section out each section using stitch markers because there's cables, there's lace, and then there's like a center panel that is knit and purl that makes like a tree. And as long as you've got it all sectioned out. And what also I did was it doesn't, you know, some knitting patterns sometimes give you instructions and then charts as well. And I've always gone by the written instructions. Trying to follow charts, it just fries my brain. Well, this pattern doesn't give you the written instructions, it just gives you the charts, and the charts are different dependent on the size range that you're doing. So I'm doing a medium, and you're flicking backwards and forwards, and I found it really confusing. So what I did was I photocopied the charts that I need for the size that I'm doing, and then I've stuck them all down on a piece of paper in the order of how it's knitted, if that makes sense. So now it's easy. So there's a bit of prep for it, but it's going all right so far. I've made a couple of little errors, but they're not really noticeable. So I was making a couple of errors as well with the cables, you know, because they go one way and then the other, and I've got them the wrong way around, but I've managed to undo those and redo them. So it's going okay. Fingers crossed it will carry on going okay. Fingers crossed it will fit me, because looking at it at the moment, I'm hoping it will block at the size I need it to be, because I'm terrible. I didn't do a swatch. So I'm sure Sian's mum's got hers finished already, because she's just super speedy at knitting and I'm not at all. But it's quite nice to sit down later on an evening. Normally on an evening at this sort of time, I will sit down and do some knitting, but I don't normally come and sew because I just get so tired after work that I just want to sit and veg. But not tonight. And I still aren't sewing, am I? Because I'm just chatting away to you lot. Right, I'm going to do some sewing now. So basically, what I'm going to do first, while still trying to talk to you guys, is I'm going to stick my glasses on first, and I'm going to put some darts in these front pieces. So you've probably all seen me use this pen before. I've got two now because they do them in pink and a nice light blue, and so I bought another one. I've got one in the lovely blue as well. These are Prim chalk pens. They sell them on Amazon. I think they're about £6. And when I went to the retreat, the sewing retreat back in October, everybody was going mad for them because they give you a really nice fine point. So yeah, they're really good actually. So I've got myself a spare. Right, let's get some darts put in this. So what are you guys making then? Are you all doing some sewing this weekend? Tell me what you're sewing. Oh, Teresa says, I'm trying to sew a Soviet penny dress, but my black cat Twinkle is sitting on it. Do you know, my cat has been on my bed all day. That's what he tends to do. He tends to just lie on the bed all day. I actually found a penny dress today that I made about 2 years ago, and I've still not finished it. All it needs is hemming, but it's like a big, I think it's a circle skirt on it. And, you know, because a lot of it's on the bias, it means that you end up having to, you know, let it just relax because the hem's all wonky, isn't it? And yeah, so it means that I just never got around to hemming it. Anyway, I've stuck it on my mannequin and I'm going to hem it over the weekend and get that finished because it's so nice. It's really, really nice. Okay. So I've got a really, really runny nose as well. Honestly, I haven't got the virus. I've just got a runny nose. Oh. So just doing the sleeves. Andy, what are you making? You've probably already said, but you're saying you're just doing the sleeves and I've missed it totally. Lorianne's making Sew Over It tops. Which one, Lorianne? Are you doing the Bilberry? Because she was sewing that the other day, wasn't she? Cornell, hi. Hi, Rachel. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you live. I've been naughty. I've got orders coming from Higgs and Lamazi. Just can't help myself. Oh, I know. I love Higgs and Higgs. They've got some nice fabrics in at the minute. Really nice fabrics. So I think everybody should do these lives because it's just like, you know, being with friends, isn't it? And all sewing together, and it's just so nice. Oh, Andy's doing a Sew Over It pussy bow. Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've not made one of those for a while. Okay, Denby Sews What is making a Simplicity lightweight jacket in a shiny nylon fabric. Wow, that sounds exciting. Bilberry, Lauren's making a Bilberry and an Audrey. Julie's making a Dolores tunic out of some Frida, monochrome fabric. Oh, wow, bet that's nice. Carol's got a runny nose as well. Oh, it's rubbish, isn't it, Carol? Hi, Julie. Anna's done some hand stitching. And then she's done the Sophia dungarees from Tilly's new book. Yeah, I've got that too. And I quite like those dungarees. I'm thinking they'd be quite nice just for relaxing in the house and the garden. So I might have a go at those as well. Janice is still fighting viscose jersey Agnes top. It keeps winning, and Helen's closet pinafore. Oh, bless you. Hang on, I've not marked the end point of my dart on this leg piece. So I'm thinking I'm going to be with you guys for about an hour tonight, if that's okay. Probably till, well, gosh, it's half an hour already. Blimey. There was me thinking I'd run out of things to say. And I really haven't, have I? Hang on a second. Okay. But I'm not going to get these, I'm certainly not going to get these made up in another half an hour, am I? Right. Okie dokes. So Chris Colson's making the Churia dungarees by Paul and Alice. Nice. Yeah, they're really lovely, aren't they? Denby Sews What is knitting some socks with a really difficult twisted chain pattern as well. Changing it up every day. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, when you've got a difficult pattern that you can't just sit and knit, can you? You have to really concentrate, and I end up with my mind wandering. I've got a tickle. Is anybody like really frightened of coughing at the minute? Because, you know, when you get these tickles and everybody sort of then starts staring at you because you've coughed. Can't believe how many of you joined in tonight. I was thinking there was just going to be like maybe 3 or 4 of us, and there's loads of you. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Cornell's going to make the Thea Liberty shirt. Oh, I don't think I've seen that one. Bellum night dress. I've seen that one, but I can't remember what it looks like. Hi, all again. Hi, Alex. Have you been away? Ruby's making the shirt you made Martin for Christmas, and they've taken the collar off 3 times. Oh, bless you. That's the McCall's one, isn't it? Yeah, that's my sort of go-to shirt pattern for him. I've made a few. In fact, I have got some fabric that I bought him from Leicester. Well, he chose it actually to make another one of those shirts, and I've still not got around to it because, well, you know, I like sewing for me. That's really mean, isn't it? And really selfish, but yeah. In fact, if I can find it, I'll show you it. Which one is it? I can't see it. Is that it? No, I can't see it. It's quite rude though. It's got like naked ladies on or something. I thought it was up there, but it's not. So sorry about that. What have I missed? Yeah, Danny said about she's worried about blowing her nose or coughing on the tram as everybody looks at you suspiciously. Yeah. Oh, I can't keep up with all your comments. Oh, bless you all. Anne Smith just had Happy Meal from Lamazit in Sherwood. Sherwoods are fatal. They've got another deal on at the minute, haven't they? But it's like every weekend they've got something on, haven't they? Yeah, I got some from them last week, but I'm being good this week. I'm not buying any because I need to get some of this sewn up. So if I get these made, they're not going to get made tonight, but I will get them made tomorrow. I will put them on and show everybody in my vlog that will probably come out at the weekend. I've just been editing my part 2 of the Vanazza swimsuit as well, so I'm hoping that'll be up in the next few days. But I won't be modelling the full swimsuit for you. I'm really sorry. I am not that brave. Shan says, when lockdown is over, I want to come help organise your fabric stash. You're very welcome, Shan, but I will be watching you like a hawk, because you'll just be sort of, I'm sure you'll be, shall we say, stashing the odd piece away without me looking and taking it away with you. Yeah, it definitely does need organising. In fact, somebody else mentioned about getting another one of these Kallax units and putting it on top, and I think that's a really good idea. I think I'm going to do that, but I still haven't got enough room. I need my daughter to come back and sort out everything that's in this wardrobe, because a lot of what's in there is hers, and then if I get that sorted, I've got some extra space, haven't I? Where's my coffee? Need more coffee. Right then. Okay. So where are we up to? That Easter dress was McCall's 7889. He did it in blue and white stripe. Oh, yes, I do remember it now, because I went out for a night out in York in it. Thought it was real lovely and suited you. I did get the pattern, but I haven't done it yet. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, I do need to make another one, don't I? Anne's trying to be good this week. Need to sew some fabric up. I don't think I will. I think my fabric will outlive me. I don't think I will ever get all this sewn up. Mariangela, hi, lovely to see you. Hi. And I love your down-to-earth attitude. Yeah, what you see is what you get with me. I'm a true Yorkshire girl. Where are we up to? Shan with sticky fingers. Yes. Lisa's wearing a new cardigan I finished last week by Petite Knit. Oh, wow. I hope you're going to vlog it, Lisa, because I love your knitting vlogs. Alex, I think there are lots of people who would like to help you organise your stash. Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure. Anne Smith, especially what you've been through. Oh, well, you know, it's life. Life throws these curveballs at us, doesn't it? Shan, genuinely trying to be helpful. Okay. Nia, well, I drink gallons of tea on a normal day. I don't drink tea. I'm a coffee girl, I'm afraid. I do have tea every now and again, but not very often. I have to really be in the mood for it. Although, having said that, I'd rather be drinking gin right now. In fact, I do think Martin should, because I think Martin's watching this. He should make me a gin and bring it up. What do you say, guys? I never used to like gin. My mum was a big gin. Well, that sounds awful, doesn't it? She wasn't a big gin drinker, but her drink was gin and tonic, and I never liked it when I was younger. And to be honest, it's. I think normal gin is. It's not something I drink a lot of, but I love the sort of new gins. You know, the sort of gin liqueurs, the flavoured gins, and rhubarb gin is my favourite. It's absolutely divine. Love it. Okay, so and Bake says she'll come and help with Alex. Wow, yeah. Debbie says my fabric wardrobe is crammed. I blame Colville. Okay. Sally, we'll all turn up to help. Oh wow, yeah. And love your vlogs, always uplifting and motivational. Wow. Bronte, can I organise it when I'm next home? Yeah, if you want. Oh, hello. And just like that.
Slave driver.
Thank you. Look at this. Gin. That's better. Much nicer than coffee. 'Tis the weekend, it's not school night. So Heather says, hello from across the pond in Delaware. Hi, Heather. Vodka and tonic for me, please, Martin. We haven't got any vodka. I'm really sorry. Melanie Brown says, gin, gin, gin. Yeah, bring on the gin, Nia. Noella says she loves a G&T. This is going to seriously deteriorate, isn't it? Heather, I'm hemming my Deer and Doe Fumateur skirt. It is a marathon. Is it, Heather? Because I've got that pattern, and yeah, I am going to make it out of some. In fact, I don't know where it is. Oh no, it's here. I can show you this. Somebody else, who was it who mentioned? Christopher, I think, mentioned, have I got any silk? This is silk. This is a silk crepe de chine, and it's called City Lights. And again, this is Shan's fault. It's from Beckford Silks. Very, very expensive, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I think Leah, who was on the Great British Sewing Bee last year, she made something out of this and put it on Instagram, and it was beautiful. I think it was a dress or something, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And this is the first real silk crepe de chine that I've ever used, and I've had the synthetic crepe de chines before, and they are so slippery and so tricky to sew with, I guess. But I was really surprised at this, because this has got a really, I mean, you think of silk and then crepe de chine, you think, oh my word, it's going to be really difficult to sew with. But I don't think this will be. I think this will be quite straightforward, because it is grippy, shall I say. It doesn't really have a texture to it, but it's not really slippy, so it's beautiful. But yeah, the plan is this is going to be a Fumateur skirt, and well, I'm hoping it is, because it's not actually that wide. It's definitely not 150 wide. That's hang on, that's it opened out fully, so it's probably only about 40 wide, 45 inch, something like that. So I'm not sure if there's going to be enough to. Oh, I've got to fold it up now. I don't know if I've got enough. I've got 3 meters of it, so we shall see. We shall see. Somebody asked me what I was going to make out of the jersey, the flamingo jersey, this one. I think it's going to be a gable top. I've got that pattern out today. There. Yeah, I'm going to make that. So this is, I got this from Cheryl at Stitchy Bee. It's just a coral jersey with like a metallic stripe in it, and yeah, the plan is that's going to be a gable. And I really think the flamingo will look nice in a gable as well. I just really like that top. I think it's great for showing off a print because there's no sort of line, you know, there's no interruption to the pattern, if that makes sense, because there's no bust darts. Obviously, it's high neck, and I'm quite broad shouldered, and I do think that high neck suits me. This top that I've got on now, in fact, I'll take my cardi off because I'm getting quite warm actually. This is the Frances top by Fibre Mood. It's a free pattern. And it's a bit like there is one by, I think it's, I don't know if it's the Avid Seamstress or Merchant and Mills. It's one of the two. There's a top that they've done that's very similar to this. That's obviously a paid for pattern. But this is a free pattern and it's really nice. This is a double gauze with a gold dot on it that I got from Higgs and Higgs. And I wanted to make another one of these, but I can't find the pattern and I don't really want to print it out again because that's just wasteful, isn't it? So yeah, I really need to sort this room out. Okay, so I have pressed, no I haven't, I've sewn the darts and now I need to actually look at the instructions and see what we do next. I think it's just stitching the side seams. Yeah. Do the darts. Look at this, I've been going how long? 40 minutes and I've only got to 0.1. There's no wonder, Shan, when you did your Shiroko's it took you 5 hours to make one. Okay, so one leg at a time, place the front and back legs right sides together, matching notches and edges, and pin along the inner seam and stitch in place. Right, okay. So I haven't pressed my darts yet, but I'll do that in a little while. So let's get a front and a back together. No, that's the same leg. Not that one. So the tutorial for changing the Ultimate trousers to make them high-waisted also tells you how to do a waistband, but I actually like the facing of the Ultimate trousers. I like it to be, you know, because it's totally flat fronted then. So what I've done is with this particular pattern that I've done is I have just created my own facing of the high waist so that they'll be super high waisted with no waistband, and I'm hoping it works. We'll see when I get these sewn up. So where are we up to? Alex has got lots of alcohol and nobody to drink it with. Do you need anybody to drink it with, Alex, or is that like is that really bad? Marie says, hi from Idaho. Nia, I've ordered the perfect jerseys in white and grey from Stitchy Bee to make us yeah, her jerseys are really lovely, aren't they? Marie says, enjoy watching your live, currently at work, bless you. Are you skiving, Marie? And Lisa says, the sewing shops here aren't allowed to deliver right now, but my local very kindly dropped me off some elastic and buttons. Small town love. Oh, that's so lovely. I don't know how you're coping there, Lisa. I guess you don't have a choice, do you? But yeah, I've heard that Spain is complete lockdown. We are quite lucky in the UK that we are still getting postal deliveries and things. For now, we'll see how it goes. Jill says, what time is it in England? It is just coming up to 8:15. Sally, lovely that you can see the sea, Lisa, from your balcony. Yeah, I know. Lisa's got Lisa is and so on. She's got her own sewing vlog and she's in Spain on sort of like a, I think they moved to Spain on to show the kids the world, and it's amazing. I wish we'd have had the opportunity to do that, so I don't blame her. But they're in Spain and have this amazing apartment that you can see the sea from her apartment. It's just amazing. Where's my gin? Nia says it's 8:15 and still not dark. Whoop. It's nearly dark here actually, but you're a bit further south than me, aren't you? Bronte says, have a gin for me. I've got plenty of gin in there, Bronte. Deborah, you make it look so easy. Please do this again. Loving it. I'm knitting a 3-ply shawl for my daughter's first baby. Oh, that's wonderful. When is she due, Deborah? 3-ply, that's like tiny threads, isn't it? And tiny needles. Lisa says, we get the post but aren't allowed to go for a walk just because, gosh, I would go stir crazy. Actually, I've not been out of the house today though, so I need to get out for a run in the morning. Right, so I've sewn, no I haven't, I've pinned the side seams, so I need to get these, yeah, I need to get these sewn up. So just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Oh, that's one done. Let's have a look. Where are we up to? Jeannie Young, hi from Saskatchewan. Is it Saskatchewan or Saskatchewan? Because when we were in Canada last year, I was calling it Saskatchewan, and Martin says it's not pronounced like that. It's Saskatchewan. And we may be both wrong, totally wrong. I love Canada. I would go back there in a heartbeat. Where are we up to? Nana Di says it's full lockdown in New Zealand. Lisa says it's eerie but cresting the hill, hopefully. Yeah. Anna says, what club are we all in? The Fabric Enabler Club. So many lovely fabrics out there. Yeah. Where else? Jackie's going for a walk around the streets every day. Yeah, you need to try and get out, don't you, if you can, if we still can. I think it's really important. Gina says hi from South Australia. Hi, Gina. Gosh, what time is it over there? Feeling Crafty says hi. Carol Dempsey's making Megan Nielsen shorts while watching in Manchester. Feeling Crafty, warm hello from Cork, Southern Ireland. I've been to Cork. I love Ireland. It's a few years since I've been there. Come to Oregon first, Rachel. Oh yeah, well, you know what, we would like to, there's loads we want to do, because we did the Canada trip last year, didn't we? And in 2 years time it's going to be our 25th wedding anniversary, which is just, as if we make it that far. Yeah, it's quite scary, that, and we want to do an American.
Saskatchewan. Gina says I'm right.
Okay,
Saskatchewan.
Okay, I admit. Okay, that's fine. I'm usually right. He's always wrong, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, in 2 years' time, it's our 25th wedding anniversary, and we were looking at going to New Zealand because we are both massive Lord of the Rings fans. Martin's always loved those books since he was little, and I've never read the books, which is shocking, isn't it? And I need to do it, finding the time. But yeah, we're big fans of the films, and we've often said that we need to have a day where we have nothing else to do but sit and watch all 6 films back to back. And he really wants to visit the sets, and we did the Canada road trip last year, and we're hoping in a couple of years that we can do the New Zealand one, which takes in the sets of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings and everything. It would just be amazing to do it. So I think we're going to look at that for our 25th wedding anniversary. And but yeah, we want to do an American road trip as well. We have been to America before. We went to Florida with the kids when they were younger, and we loved it. It was amazing. You know, Americans are so friendly, and Canadians are. It's just, yeah, the friendliness of the people is incredible. Yeah, okay, so you're all sort of like, you know, trying to tell me that Martin's right. For once, he has to be right once in his life, doesn't he? Bless him. Oh gosh. Okay, right, so I've got one side So I need to do the other now. I've still got all the footage from my Canada trip because I never got around to actually editing it for my vlog, and I kept thinking, oh, it's a bit late now, isn't it, because we went sort of last summer, but I will do it and I will put it up at some point because it was amazing trip. Danny says we did Las Vegas to San Francisco via Palm Springs, Disney and LA this year. It was amazing. Oh wow, I bet it was. Anne Smith says you're going to New England. You see, that's a place I would like to go. New England, it looks amazing. But you know, I live in Yorkshire, which is God's own country. Beautiful place. I have to say that, don't I? So any of you guys that have YouTube channels, and I know Danny you do, don't you? Lisa does, Alex does, Anna, you do. You all need to do a live, don't you? We could all do one every sort of day, couldn't we? Sian can be Sundays, I can be Fridays, and then we'll all have somebody to watch. We can all like get together like a little sewing club, can't we? That would be really good, wouldn't it? Although I don't think we'd get anything else done, would we? That's the only thing. Danny's a Yorkshire lass too. Oh wow! But you're living in Manchester, wrong side of the Pennines, Danny. Sorry. Marcia says, come to Austin, Texas. I would love to meet you, as I feel as if you know him. Oh, bless you. Yeah, Texas. I mean, it's very hot there, isn't it? I don't do heat very well. Sew and bake Yorkshire is the best place to live. I have to agree. Eileen says Yorkshire is beautiful. It is. There's some really dodgy parts, don't get me wrong. It's like anywhere, isn't it? But yeah, I do love it. But I love traveling. I love going to other places. You know, I just think it's a big wide world. Oh gosh, a big world out there, and yeah, lots of places to visit. That's if we ever get off lockdown and we can travel again, which I'm sure we will. Rachel, you mispronouncing Saskatchewan is no different than us putting in all the syllables for the places in the UK. When you guys say them, there is no way we can figure out how they're said, lol. That's from Cecile. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things you always feel embarrassed about, isn't it? If you say a place name wrong. You know, when it's another country, you feel like as if, you know, like quite ignorant, don't you? And I'm really sorry. I love the name though, Saskatchewan, but I know I'm saying it wrong. So who's going to be watching the Sewing Bee next week then? I wonder how many contestants there are this time. Because I know last time, I think there was about 12, wasn't there? And I think on the first series, when Lauren Guthrie and Tilly were in, I think there was only about 4 or 5 contestants, wasn't there? But I'm really looking forward to it. It should be really good. Right, so my 2 legs are sewn, my darts are in. So we'll get these in. I'm now going to do the crotch curve. Just match those up. Jill says, looking forward to visiting Yorkshire someday. It's on my retirement to-do list. Oh, Julie says, I'm just over the bridge from you. Love it in Yorkshire. Marcy says, Austin is hell on earth in the summer. So if you plan, don't come unless you're prepared. Not hot now. Oh, thank you for the warning, Marcia. Christine says, I feel that I have to stand up for the Lancastrians. Oh, bless you. Do you know, every time I go over the Pennines towards Manchester, it's always raining. I've never known it not rain. But no, it's we do head over that way sometimes when when we go over to the Lake District. We always go that way. Alex is going to be watching the Sewing Bee. Sally is. Sewing Bake says northern people are so friendly, but I now live in Somerset. It's another beautiful area, definitely. Elizabeth Taylor says, how many will we know already? Yes, we'll be good. Sewing Bake says me. Anne says me. Noelia, I'm sorry if I've said your name wrong. I'll be watching. I can't wait. Plus, I'm on annual leave. Yay. Yay. That's great that they've not cancelled your annual leave. I think a lot of healthcare workers are having their leave cancelled. Because it's a bit all hands on deck at the minute, isn't it? Louise Lil definitely watching Sewing Bee. Sue says hi from Chicago. Hi Sue, thank you for joining. Dawn, if you ever come to upstate New York, I can help guide. I'm close to the Finger Lakes wine region. Ooh, and the oh, I can't pronounce that. What is that? Adirondacks? You'll have to enlighten me, Dawn. Yeah, New York is somewhere else we want to go. Isaac, our son, went a couple of years ago with school on a school trip, and we definitely want to go. Yeah. Elaine, Eileen, so excited about the bee. Didn't know it was starting next week until you said. Yeah. Genevieve, hi Rachel, I'm in Washington State, fellow nurse here, coming home from work. Woohoo! Hope you're not too tired, Genevieve. Sewing Bee will be next week then. Yep, very excited. However, I don't have TV or stream TV. Can't even go to my mum's to watch it with her. Oh, bless you. I wonder if it'll be on. You might be able to get it on YouTube. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube. Christine, yeah, we have this fabric where I work. I work in a fabric store. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I don't, because I wouldn't sell it to anybody. I'd be keeping it all for myself. Danny, haha, it rains a lot in Manchester, but not today. Yay. Tigressa, you all need to learn Spanish and watch the Spanish version of the Sewing Bee. It's on a completely different level. Anna's going to be watching the bee. Cecile, I will have to ask my son if the way you say Saskatchewan is what the Aboriginal peoples called their people. He took Aboriginal studies in university, got his BA in it. Wow, that must be amazing. Silverback Crafts, can't wait for the Sewing Bee. Dawn Novak, Adirondacks is a mountain region. Oh, wow. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that. Martin says mountains. Thank you, Martin. Debbie's going to be watching the Sewing Bee. We're all going to be watching the Sewing Bee. Yeah. They only put old episodes on YouTube, Jackie says. Oh, New York City is a must. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? What day is Sewing Bee on next week? I heard it was the 7th. And what day is it today? Is it the 3rd? I think we're the 3rd, aren't we? So 4th, 5th, is it Tuesday? Tuesday night? I don't know what channel it's on. Does anybody know what channel it's on? Andy says Prosecco and sewing do not go well together. Are you speaking from current experience, Andy? You're not supposed to drink it from the bottle, you know. Oh, dear me. Bronte says it's BBC 2. Thank you, Bronte. I've just realised something, and you're going to laugh when I tell you this. I've been so busy chatting to you guys and sewing away that I've completely sewn up these trousers and not left any space for the zip. So it looks like the seam ripper is going to have to come out. That's it when you don't concentrate. Oh, wow. Colleen lives near Niagara Falls. Somewhere else I'd like to go as well. Right. So, okay. Hang on a minute. So the trousers are sewn. They actually don't take long. The worst part about trousers is the fitting. So let's have a look. So yeah, I need to create some room for a zip, don't I? And I need to figure out which is the front and which is the back. That's the front. Yeah, that's the back. So zip needs to be left-hand side. That's the gin. It's not Andy. I've only had two little tastes of it. Look how much is left. Most of that's tonic, honestly. Stone Bake says, well, that was a daft thing to do. You know, if you guys hadn't been distracting me, I probably wouldn't have done it. No, I probably would have done it because, yeah. Oh, Alex from Isla. Yeah, I'm a Peter. Don't get him started on whiskey. He is a real Scottish whiskey addict, is my husband. Anne says, what's sewing without a bit of stitch ripping? Yeah, totally. The other thing I've done with these, because obviously I've raised the waistline to make them high-waisted, I've got an extra long zip as well. I think the pattern, I'm not sure what size zip that this pattern actually asks for, but it'll probably be something like a 7 or 8 inch zip, I think. 9 inch zip it says, but I've got a long 22 inch one, because I mean, if you're shaped like me where your waist is much smaller than your hips, my waist is 12 inches smaller than my hips, then you know you need a longer zip, especially if you're making something high-waisted, so that it gives you enough room to get it over your hips. Right, we're nearly there anyway. And then it's zip time. How much further? There we go. Christine says you have to come to the east side of the country of Canada. Well, you know what, Christine? When we were choosing to go to Canada, I mean, I would have loved to have gone to Toronto and, you know, the east side. But also we wanted to go to the Rockies. It's been a lifelong thing to go to the Rockies. And obviously we couldn't do it all in just 1 2-week trip. So we made the decision to go to British Columbia first, but yeah, definitely we'd love to go back and do the east as well. That would be amazing. Where else are we up to? Oh, Alex and Martin are still talking about whiskey. Oh, they're still talking about whiskey. While they're talking about whiskey, I'm just going to iron my zip, which some of you might think that's a bit odd, but honestly, if you really want to get sort of a really good invisible finish with an invisible zip, I always iron the coils back a little bit. Just don't do it on a hot iron, because otherwise you'll burn it. Trust me, I've done it myself loads of times. Right, so that's that done. The other thing with an invisible zip, I don't use an invisible zip foot. I just use a normal zipper foot. I don't know if anybody else does. Ooh. So my zipper foot for my machine is, oh, there you go, looks like that. And I just use, yeah, I always use this for putting zips in, and I just move the needle across and it's absolutely fine. Right, where are we up to? I think Alex and Martin are sorting out a bit of a whiskey night get together by the looks of things. Gina Young, I may live in Saskatchewan. I'm still saying that wrong, but I'm from Nova Scotia. Oh, that's a beautiful place up there. Kathy says, I'm so glad I made it to your live stream. Really enjoying your company. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Cecile, if you came to Canada again, went to the East Coast, you would never want to go home. They will even screech you in. And yeah, Eleanor says, same here for zips, iron, regular zip foot, change needle position. Yeah, I used to, when I had my old sewing machine, I always, I did always used to use a invisible zip foot, but I didn't get one with this new machine. And, you know, feet can be quite expensive, can't they? And I saw a tip online that said just use a normal zipper foot and, you know, it works just as well. So I did, and I do, and it works. One thing I always do though is I do cut a lot of corners, but I don't cut corners with inserting invisible zips. I will always baste them in first, because I think they just need it to make sure that you get it right. Okay, so where are we up to? It's good watching you make trousers. I've never made them. I would like to try making some ginger jeans. Are they very difficult? I haven't made the ginger jeans, Cornell. I've made a few pairs of trousers. I do have the ginger jeans, but yeah, I've not made them yet because they're quite involved. And what I would say about trousers is that they are very simple to make. They're easy to make. The biggest issue with trousers is the fitting, because obviously we have lots of curves on our bottom half, more so than we do on our top half. And yeah, it's getting the fit right on trousers that is the issue. So I would always say, if you are trying out a new trouser pattern, make a toile first. Make sure you choose the right type of fabric for the design of the trousers. So for instance, the Ultimate trousers are quite a fitted trouser, which means that you do need to use a fabric that has a certain percentage of stretching. I think the pattern does say, because otherwise you just won't get them on. And I made that mistake the first time I tried to make them. I made a toile with some cotton, I think, that had no stretch in it whatsoever, and couldn't understand why I couldn't get them to fit me. But yeah, that's the key thing. Go by the fabric recommendations of the pattern that you choose, even when it comes to making your toile as well, and choose something very similar to that. Yeah, just have a play. That's the key thing. And then once you find I think the thing is with the trouser pattern as well, is once you find a pattern that you like and that you've got it to fit you properly, it just means then that you can adapt it. So, you know, you can make shorts, you can make culottes, you can change the waistline, you can make them low waisted, higher waisted, you can flare the leg, you can taper the leg. So, you know, there's lots of options that you can do just from one particular pattern. So, but yeah, the key thing is they are simple to make. They're very quick to make generally, unless you start adding lots of details like pockets and belt loops and all that kind of thing. But it's just the fitting that can be the issue. Right. So, Alex says trouser fitting is hard when you have angles, not curves too. I mean, yeah, Alex, you're absolutely right. Alex is obviously a totally different body shape to me. And yeah, it doesn't matter what your body shape is. We all have different, with a different rise length, which is obviously from your crotch to where the top of the waist hits you. We have different shaped derrieres, shall we say, and you know, we all have unique fitting fitting adjustments to make. So, you know, irrespective of what our shapes are, so it's the fitting that's the issue. So I would recommend, yeah, definitely you need to twirl trousers before you actually make them. But once you know the fit adjustments that you need to make for a particular pattern that you're using, then you know they're easy. They are easy. Flies, I think, can be a little bit tricky, especially if you've not done them before. I mean, this type of trouser just has a invisible zip in, it doesn't have a fly, so these are fairly straightforward, but flies can be quite awkward. What I would say, if you've not made trousers before, go for something really simple. Go for a wide leg trouser first, because it's less fitting, and you know, you can even, I mean, it depends on what you want, but there are some patterns out there that just have maybe like a flat front but an elasticated back. I mean, they can be quite flattering, but they're easier to do. There is one, actually, I think it's a Sew House 7-1. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a pattern that they've done, and I'm pretty sure it's an elasticated waistband, but it's not a frumpy one. It's and I'm assuming that would be much easier to try and fit, rather than going for something that's fitted and that's got fly fronts and buttons and zips and all that kind of thing. We've still got lots of whiskey chat going on. You're a bunch of alkies, says me with my gin. Right, so what I've done so far is I have just basted in my zip, and you're not going to see that very well because it's dark fabric, but obviously that's one side of it there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew it again, but this time moving the needle over and pulling the coils right out, so I can get the needle as far into the coils as I possibly can. So I just need to move my needle over. Okay. I really shouldn't be drinking gin when I am trying to sew a invisible zip. It's not a good idea. Okay, I think that side should be all right now. Right, so that's one side of the zip done. I wanted a black zip, actually, because obviously this is a paler blue and this is a midnight blue, but I didn't have one long enough in my stash, so I've just used the blue that I had, and fingers crossed it will be fine. Right, what time are we on? I've been going for an hour and a quarter. I said I was only going to do an hour. I'm wondering if Martin sort of checked out yet, because he said he would. He told me I'd got an hour. Right, so I'm just pinning the other side of the zip to the other side of the side seam that I ripped out. Okay. So we'll see what we can get done by 9 o'clock. So Lorianne says, Rachel, myself and Sian just invited ourselves up to see you. Yeah, of course you can. Everybody's welcome. I'm probably going to get about 100 people turn up on my doorstep next week. Right, let's get this other zip in. Yeah, I'm going to keep going till probably about 9 o'clock, and then I think that's probably going to be my lot for tonight. Okie dokes, let's see how this is going. Yeah. So what have I missed? Okay. Still talking about whiskey. Donna says, do you ever go through your stash, Rachel? I do sometimes, yeah. Obviously there is a lot to go through. But yeah, every so often when I feel that it's just totally overwhelming, I will say, right, that's it. I need to sort this out. And I will sit and go through it. And then, yeah, you end up finding fabric that you didn't realize you had. And have you ever done that thing where you buy more because you think, oh, I haven't got any of that, and you buy something and then you find that you've got actually 6 meters of it somewhere in your stash? I've done that a few times. I need to remember that my husband's watching this. Bless him. So I'm just going back over the zip again, just to get really quite close to the coils. So to try and make it as invisible as possible and not actually sew over the coils, because it's a nightmare if you sew over the coils trying to undo it. Okay, so that's looking all right. There's just a little bit that I've just missed up there, which I need to go back in and do. Right, so I just need to snip off these threads, and I think the zip is in. Just trying to catch up with everybody. Alex is still talking about alcohol. Donna says you always buy lovely fabrics. Oh, I have bought some duds though. You know, sometimes you buy something thinking, oh, I love this fabric, and then you don't use it for about 6 months or so, and then you look at it and think, why did I buy that? I've done that before. Or you buy something online thinking it looks amazing, and then when it actually comes through, you don't particularly like it. I'm really devastated at the minute because Walton's is shut. I mean, I know why they're shut, obviously, but it's really broken my heart because I can't just go and play with fabric in the flesh. Never mind. Right, so just pull that zip through. So how does that look? That's not bad, is it? Okay, so Christine says, we have to shop your stash, Rachel. I have only 1 square of fabric. Oh, wow. Jill says, I bought duplicates, but mostly patterns. Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? Louise says, I end up buying the same pattern because I forgot I have them. I've done that before, Louise. And I think sometimes when I'm looking at patterns online, I have to come and look at my pattern stash to see if I've already got it, because, yeah. Noelia, Rachel, have you ever thought of doing a destash? I have done a destash before. I did one on Instagram last year, actually, and I have got some more fabrics to destash. I just need to get around to doing it. Julie Cooper says, I'm definitely going to Walton's when we are allowed out. Yeah, I need to go because they have some khaki needle cord, and I bought, in fact, I've got it here printed out ready. Let me show you. Where is it? This one here. Paper Cut Patterns Stacker Jacket. This one. It's not a very good picture because it's printed out in black and white because I ran out of printer ink, so I could only do it in black and white. But I want to make this in a khaki needle cord that they've got in Walton's. It's lovely. And I was going to go the weekend my daughter ended up in hospital, bless her. That was the weekend I was going to go. And obviously I couldn't go. And then literally a few days later they closed, so I haven't been able to go and get it. So yeah, the plan is at some point when they open again, I would like to go and get some of that and make that jacket. That would be really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to close up the little hole at the bottom of the zip. And then it's just going to be the facing. Okay. So I just need to move my needle over a little bit more. That's fine. Okay. Right. Where are we up to? Okay, so Alex and L'Oreal says perfection. Oh, wow, thank you. That's not bad considering I'm not really concentrating very well, am I? Sewn Bake says, looks good to me. Martin says it does, Cecile. Are you talking about my zip? I don't think he is. Paula Mattison says, the fabric fairy is always with me, looking over my shoulder and whispering in my ears to just get that fabric. She's always delivering fabric to me as well, Paula. That's what Martin says every time the door goes and more fabric turns up. It's what he always says to me. He says, look, the fabric fairy's been again. Claire Wright says, me and my friend Vicky visited Walton's from Leicestershire because we saw it on your channel. Wow, did you like it, Claire? Did you buy anything? Donna says, are Walton's online as well? Unfortunately not. They do have a Facebook page, but when I was talking to Jane Walton, she was telling me that I think previously they have tried to do some deliveries, but I think a few things went missing and it really put them off. So but I know that they've had a lot of people ask again, and she was going to look into it. So, but yeah, at the minute they don't have an online shop, unfortunately. Sally says she'd love the stacker jacket too. Mandy says, how's Bronte doing? Bronte's doing okay. She's still not 100% at all, but she's a lot better than she was, thank you. Anna says, can you imagine what it will be like when we can all get out and about? We will all be taking the fabric stores by storm. I know. There's yeah, that's going to be interesting, isn't it, when we can get out and about again. Cleotha Silence says, hi Rachel, have you ever sewn with a projector? Do you mean like an overhead thing to watch me sewing? Not really, no, because I don't know how I would set it up in here. That's the only thing. Right, so zips in. So they're the trousers. Okay, that's the trousers. Front, legs, side seam with zip. So next step I need to do is the facing. So as I mentioned, I have created my own facing for this rather than a waistband. So that's the back facing there, and then the front facing there. So what I need to do now is I am going to stitch them together at one side seam, and whenever I do this I always stitch up the wrong side seam for the zip. So I need to get this right. So that's the front. So if I hang on a minute, don't do what I've just done and then open out your front and back facing pieces without labeling which is which. Right, okay, so that's my back facing. So I'm just going to write on the wrong side of my back facing that it's the back with my friction pen. I use these a lot in sewing because they do iron off. I know some people say that they sometimes you've got to be careful with what fabric you use them to write on, because sometimes they don't always iron off, but I've not had a problem, to be honest. Okay, so that's my back and that's my front. So that's going to be, so that's wrong. So that needs to be that side, I think. Let's just pin that together. Okay, so yeah, because then that's the back and that's going to go around like that. Yeah, that's fine. So okay, right, so let's get this sewn. I need to put my other presser foot back on now. Are you all still with me? So Shan says she couldn't work in a fabric store. I would never earn any money. Oh, why is that, Shan? Denby says, well, I've made the otter line and not had a chance to wear it. I've not seen that. I have to look at that one. Eileen says, have you seen the jacket Lisa made recently? I thought hers looked nicer than the Cezanne jacket, which was her inspiration. Yes, I did see that and it was amazing. Really was good. Right, let's get this facing sewn together. Okay. Lisa says she's so flattered. It was a lovely jacket, Lisa. Really was lovely. Okay, so facing is sewn together. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to overlock the bottom hem so that's nice and neat. It's not a hem, is it? It's the bottom of the facing. Okie dokes. So we're nearly done, guys. Nearly done. So bottom of the facing is now overlocked and nice and neat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pin it to the waistband, and fingers crossed all my measurements are right and this is going to fit. Quilting Poodle, hi, hello from California. Thanks for the live video. It's a welcome distraction. Exactly. And it's what we all need at the minute, isn't it? It really is. You know, we can't see our friends and family, can we? We're all stuck in. And every time you put social media on or the news, it's the same thing over and over and over. And I don't know about anybody else, but it's frying my brain. It's getting me down at times. And it's just so nice to have a complete distraction from it. So I'm just pinning the facing on. Looks like I'm going to have to stretch it out a little bit because I don't think my measurements are that good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So Cecile says, Rachel, I loved your bikini hub site when I had to pause it to go to the bathroom and thought that's a pattern I needed, lol. Oh, bless you. Christine says, I really have to get those threads. Yeah, they're really nice. I got them from Little T's Haberdashery, and I also got, they're basically like these. This is the pastel version though, and the ones I've got on my overlocker currently are the bright ones. And I also got these ones as well, which are monochrome. Yeah, so I think they're $4.75 each. So yeah, they're really nice. Right, I just want to show you what I do with my facing. So when I'm attaching a facing to the top of a skirt, trousers or whatever, I always, and when it's like got an invisible zip like that, I always pull out the zip and attach the facing right to the edge, because when we've stitched along the top here and then understitched it, we're going to encase the zip in the facing so it's all nice and neat inside. So if you can see that there, obviously I want the facing to go right to the edge of the zipper tape. I hope that sort of makes sense. I'll show you better when I've sewn it. So I'm going to sew this at 5/8 of an inch. I've just remembered that I've not pressed out my darts either, but you know, these are going to be a wearable toile, aren't they? So I'm not too worried. It'll be fine. Oh, so Danny says, I've been using the bright ones to sew up my Hudson's from Little T's. Sean made me do it. Oh, Joey says, a projector is used to put your pattern directly on fabric, no sending to printer. It's amazing. Oh, wow. I've never heard of that before. I'll have a look at that, Joey. Thank you. Julia, I enjoyed this. Thank you, Rachel. Wish I could sew as fast as you. Take care. Oh, thank you, Julia. Sean says, rainbow insides for loungewear is the way forward. Yes, because wherever they are, the ones I made today, look, have rainbow insides. Sean says, I'm totally going to get the pastel and grayscale cones too. Rachel, maybe do it. Christine, you've got snow. Wow, we've had no snow in Yorkshire this year. I mean, where I live in Yorkshire is quite flat. Yorkshire itself tends to be quite hilly, but we're in like a bit of a flat place, and we always miss it. We have to get a lot of snow for us to be able to have it where we live, and we've had none this year. I'm very disappointed because I love snow, and Martin loves snow too. Okay, so I've sewn the facing on, and this facing is a curved facing. whenever I do a waistband, I always do a curved one because I'm curvy, and you know, flat waistbands always sort of tend to stand away from my body. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to trim the seam. I mean, obviously with this being curved, you can snip into it, but I'm just going to trim it with my pinking shears here. And yeah, what I was saying earlier, if I show you now, is you can see that I have stitched right across the zip. I've stitched the facing, I've opened the zip out and stitched right across, and that's because what we're going to do when we have trimmed the facing seam here, I'm going to understitch it first, and then we're going to fold back the facing, stitch along the zip here, and then when we open it out, it will all be encased in the facing. It'll be all nice and neat. So let me just trim this down first with my pinking shears. Where are we up to? Oh, so Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's Hide and Silk. Dressmaking on hold a while. Just been signed up to sew scrubs for our city hospital. Oh, good on you, Kathy. Might be something others in our community can do. Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that. It's definitely needed. Scrubs are, I mean, when I'm going into work, I'm wearing scrubs. Obviously I go in my own clothes and change into scrubs at work if I have to see patient. Well, obviously I'm seeing patients, and then change out of them to come home. And I've got one pair, that's it, which is fine for me. I work in general practice, I can wash them every night. But you know, the staff that are working in hospitals that really are proper frontline workers, it's scrubs are very much needed. There just aren't enough because they don't normally wear them unless you work in like intensive care settings or theatre settings. When I worked in intensive care, we always wore scrubs, but I know that they changed it to uniform a few years after I left, but obviously they've all gone back to scrubs at the minute, but there just aren't enough for all healthcare workers to wear scrubs. So yeah, it's very much needed. Right, so I've just trimmed the waistband seam allowance there, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to understitch it so that when the facing is turned in, it will sit inside and not peep out. And if you've not done any understitching before, all it means is that you fold back the seam allowance towards the facing underneath, and then I understitch from the top. You just run a line of stitching from the top of the facing, catching in that seam allowance underneath, and it's like magic. Do you know what I think is really great about this live? It's not just that you're all here to see me, it's the fact that you're all connecting with each other as well, and you're all chatting away to each other, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's like our own little sewing bee. I think it's fantastic. It's so nice because sewing is such a solitary thing, isn't it, generally? And you know, the fact that all you guys can get together like this is just amazing. I'm determined to get this facing finished to show you before I love you and leave you tonight. Right, So facing is now understitched. So from the wrong side, it looks like that. You can see there's 2 lines of stitching. And then from the right side, I don't know if you're going to see that, but there is, you can probably just see there's a line of stitching there as well. So when that's pressed, it will lay nice and flat on the inside, and then from the outside, it will not show. So what we're going to do now is I am going to fold over, and you need to fold over from the original seam, not the understitching. Fold over, and then we're going to pin all the way down where the zipper tape is there. So I'll pin that and then show you. So essentially that's all I'm doing, just pinning it. Hopefully you can see that, like that. And then I'm just going to, using my zipper foot again, just stitch close to the zipper teeth. You'll be able to just feel it underneath. You can just see that little ridge there. I'm just going to stitch from there all the way down to there. So I'll do that and then show you. We do that on both sides. So Lisa's going. Bye, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. Right, let me just put my zipper foot back on. Oops, wrong way. Right, so you should have something that looks a bit like that when it's stitched. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to cut off this corner here and trim, and then we'll be able to turn it the right way round, and it should all be encased and look neat, she says. I've got one of these things actually. Lorraine got me this when we went to the retreat last, I think it was May time. We did these little sort of goodie bags as like a Secret Santa type thing, and the one I got was from the lovely Lorraine. I don't think she's on tonight, but and she'd put this little point turner in for me, and it's amazing. It's really good. Right, so yeah, when you've turned it the right way round, it should look something like that from the outside, and then inside your zip is all nicely encased in your facing, and it's all nice and neat. So I'm just going to give that a press. Well, actually, before I do, I'm just going to trim any threads that I've got, because otherwise they'll just get caught in the zip. I think that's just it. So I'm just going to give this a press. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Okay, so we have some trousers. So yeah, all the facing's done now. The zip is there. And the last thing that I am going to do is on each of the seams, so you're not going to see this very well, but you know where we've stitched the darts, there's obviously a little seam, and I just stitch in the ditch through those seams through the facing because it just really helps it to lie flat. So I mean, hopefully, because these are sort of high-waisted now, I mean, you can see that's where it's really difficult to show you, but because these are high-waisted now, they should, you know, it should fit fairly well and not, you know, the facing shouldn't move. But I think I'm going to just stitch in the ditch through those anyway. But yeah, we're more or less done. The only thing I've got to do now is hem them, which I'm probably going to do tomorrow because it's now 9:15 and I said I'd finish at 9, didn't I? So right, let's have a look. So Danny's going. Good night, Danny. Thank you for joining. Cecile, what type of fabric did you use for your pants? This is a cotton sateen, so it's a cotton fabric, but it's got some stretch in it. Hopefully you can see that when I'm pulling at it. Right, so yay, put them on, Lorianne says. I'm not putting them on tonight, Lorianne. It's 9:15 here and I don't want to try them on tonight. I will try them on tomorrow though. Right, I am going to say goodnight to you all now. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been really good fun. I hope you've enjoyed it too. And yeah, we'll have to do this again. It's been really good fun. It's just lovely. It's been such a nice sort of break from, you know, the real world at the minute. And I've loved having you all joining me. So take care, everybody. And hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Good night.